What's going on, everyone? RFI Drummer here, bringing you part 2 of the career mode in NASCAR Heat 3. And we are going to continue our career. We are ready to begin our first full season in the Extreme Dirt Tour here. We're going to have the Mountain Dew 100 at Charlotte. Before we get into that, just take a quick look. We got reputation on here now with our driver relationships, friendly, rival, etc. Obviously, we don't have anything there right now. Our contracts. So we have that. Different teams, sponsors, season status. What's that? Schedule, stand-in, statistics. It's good to see they put statistics in right out of the gate, unlike in Heat 2 where they came out with that later on in an update. So we got 4 races run and nothing. Good. All right. So again, for those who missed the first race, we are running Legend difficulty, 25% race length, if I can speak today. Normal tire and fuel, strict yellows, single stage, quick qualify, full damage, stability help off, transmission manual. All right, so we'll go to the next race, and just like in NASCAR Heat 2, it looks like we have incentive contracts. So, the easy, the easy's not going to be that easy. We were struggling just to get out of 23rd, let alone 22nd. So that's probably the only one we're going to be able to really go for. I like that payout, but there's no way in hell we're going to get 2 top 15s in the next 2 races. So we're going to go with the easy one, and we are going to go race. And right here, I just had issues with the audio. YouTube woes. It's just like I said, and I have a disclaimer at the end I had to add on here. It's just we had an issue in the first one that I had to do a voiceover because it didn't record the mic. This time it recorded the mic, but the volume on the game was too loud. So when I tested it out, I didn't even think to test it out with the game audio in the background because I don't have the music on for copyright reasons. And so I just didn't have any audio, and I had the mic recorded. I was like, yeah, all right, we got this. And jumped right into it, got real excited. I want to play the game. I want to get these videos up to share with everybody who's, has an interest in the channel, has an interest in the game. If you're like me, you watch multiple people's career modes. So I find a lot of enjoyment in watching how everyone does it differently. So, from what I've seen, I can't remember off the top of my head if anybody else had the issue with not qualifying for any of the hot seats, but it's just fun for me. And so but in order to continue in the career, I want to make sure that I'm able to screen record and get this content up to you guys, so that way I'm not missing races, and I like to try to get them up. But as you'll see at the end with the disclaimer I have on it's why the video is so short. It did not record a few races, but I'll get into that at the end. But so we're here racing here at Charlotte, starting the season off just peachy with issues. We're getting lapped right now. Here we're on lap 12. And this is where, in this race, where I quickly learned how the rival system works. As you see, we're coming down here to the front straightaway, going into turn 1, got a little clip from Glavka, and just turned him around. I didn't intentionally get into him. I just went to the turn. He seemed like he was going slower. I got a great entrance, and as many of you who do play the game know, at this point in the career, the easiest way to get around here and just survive and just somewhat be competitive is just keep your foot in it. And I did, and I didn't expect to get that kind of run on him, so I ended up turning him around. We're ready to go green flag after that caution here, and we're going green on lap 15. Not really all that eventful throughout the end of this race. During this race, I remember I was talking a little bit about some other type of gameplay I would like to get up for racing. One of the big things that I really wanted to start with this YouTube channel, but I can't remember if I addressed it in part 1 here, the career, but I really wanted to get into NR 2003, but with NASCAR Heat 3 just being released and just getting ready to start posting some videos, I figured it'd be good to start with some NASCAR Heat 3. It's what's popular right now, um, and then transition over into doing a little bit of NR 2003 and a little NASCAR Heat 2003 once we get higher up in the cup levels and get a few championships under our belt in these lower ranks. It's going to take some time, so it gives me plenty of time when I have free time to work on those videos, edit those, and make sure that audio and all that's correct. Because in that series that I am going to be doing, I can redo races because I'll be using Race Points Manager to get the standings and the results. What that series is going to be is it's going to be basically starting in the 1998 season in the Craftsman Truck Series, and it's going to be kind of an underfunded team, sponsorless Ford F-150 I have, and just running the truck series. And so if I do call the Camping World Series trucks, Craftsman trucks, or Xfinity the Bush Cup, Winston or Nextel Sprint, whatever, is only just because I'm not stupid. I know what they are now. It's just I've been playing a lot of previous series racing on NR 2003, but changing difficulties and stuff because I know that you can't buy parts in that game. So I'm kind of just have to really work with the difficulties, or the difficulty settings. It goes up pretty high. I'm going to probably start at around about 105, 104 maybe to make it real difficult, real challenging because you can adjust setups and just stay competitive with anybody in that game. I'm running the realistic weather in that series as well, so to make it a little bit more challenging. And so yeah, that's a series that I would like to get started. Probably it'd probably be a little bit before I do. I'm going to be on NASCAR Heat 3 for some time, but that'll be a series that starts with 1998 in the Craftsman Truck Series at Walt Disney World Speedway. So I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be fun. Charlotte, we finished 24th here. Get the speed rating of 93, so not all that surprising. It was a bit of a rough go here, but uh, you know, kind of expected. Elliott Henderson, he would get the win. Brady Lewis would come home second. And only 2 cars off the lead lap, and we were 2 laps down. Payout for the race was surprising. We got 10,389, and I remember thinking we ran the hot seats, and I understand because we didn't complete the objective, we didn't get any money. But if 24th pays out $10,389 in the first season when we did the hot seats, why didn't we get any money for at least finishing 23rd? So I was a little perplexed by that. Like, kind of didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But it's not my game. I just play it. I don't design it. So 24th in the points, got $11,000. So we'll know that come the end of this season, we will be able to start our own team, and that is definitely the direction I am going to be going. 2 fans, so we're up to 9 at this point in the career. We got 11,374 in the bank, and we are going on to the next week, week 6, and we are going to get our race going here at Drieben. And like I said, unfortunately, this is the last race that we'll see in part 2. So we're at Drieben for the HendrickCars.com 40. Jump right into the race. I'm not going to show qualifying right now, probably for a little bit. Just saves time. And, at this point right now, we are just going to be continuing to start qualifying in the 24th position. Hopefully by next season, we're going to have some money. That's just basically what we're doing this season is just stockpiling the money, getting ready to start a team and hopefully not suck right out of the gate. Missed the shift right there off the get-go when the green flag dropped. It was a pretty uneventful race here at Drieben. There was one caution. You'll see that coming up shortly. I like Drieben. It's not too bad. It's different. I do like it. Like I was saying in this video, those who play NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, it could just be me, but it reminds me of the Egan Speed Bowl. I believe that, if I remember right, that was the name of the track. The way it kind of has these elevations and hills, it feels like it kind of goes down and goes up in the entrance, down on the exits. NASCAR Dirt to Daytona was a great game, and this game really does remind me of NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. Just obviously a little bit more modernized, and it doesn't have the Busch series in that game, but this one it has the Xfinity series instead of the Featherlane Modifieds. Coming down here, we're getting some the leaders are coming around to lap us here around lap 9, and yeah, it's just we know who's leading the race every week without being able to see the leaderboard, just because we are the pretty much the first car going a lap down every single race. There's only been one good race, and unfortunately, I didn't record, but I go over that here at the end of the video with my little quote unquote disclaimer. Um, yeah, just kind of just trotting along, just trying to get familiar with the tracks at this point. That way, come season 2 with our own team, our own equipment, we're going to figure this out. We're going to upgrade stuff. I really don't plan on going to the Camping World Series trucks right out of the gate as soon as it's open. You know, I really would like to spend the money, upgrade a car, have a real fast car down here, so that way we can do both series at the same time to try to make a little extra money. Right here, get clipped, and it just goes around. So, and just like in NASCAR Heat 2, I found out the hard way here. I get hit here by Jay Martin, and I forget who else got me, but yeah, they were a little pissed at me at the end of the race. So, but well, apologizing adjusts the rival mood against you pretty quickly. So it goes like you see the little bars underneath, little bars that are underneath the drivers' names. They fluctuate. It looks like every week. I guess depending on how much you hit them, it could go farther. How clean you race them, it can go farther. But it seems, from what I've gathered, that it's just one bar at this point. But there's Glavka, spun him in the previous race. So I tried to race him clean, and it did affect our quote unquote rivalry. And then he did tweet at me. He was pretty pissed. So I apologized to him for that, and it went to a little bit closer to neutral. If it wasn't at neutral, I can't remember. Um, I think that was right after Jefferson. So that I saw that he finally tweeted at me. It took him a few races. I guess he had to meditate for 8 or 9 weeks to perfectly word his tweets. He's not going to go loose cannon on me, which would be kind of cool. But it is what it is. So yeah, we're down here on lap 20 now. We are a lap down, so we don't have 6 to go. We got 5 to go for the leaders. Still in 24th. Nowhere near our goal objective. That is something I forgot to tag on here at the end. We did have incentive contracts that we were trying to finish. Same thing, top 22 2 times. Yeah, that didn't work. So it's just these cars are so slow here in the beginning, and it's just frustrating. So we couldn't do anything with those incentive contracts, but I think we get up to about $43,000 by the next part we'll be at through those races that unfortunately didn't record, and so we have some decent money. So that's at least the bright side. And I may end up repeating myself in the disclaimer here at the end. I probably should have recorded this section first, but I just want to get the disclaimer part in, get that done. I figured I've already butchered the first 2 videos in some way or another, so I figure, hey, might as well get all the mistakes out, get all the dumb stuff out of the way early. Hopefully, it's all ironed out. So 24th here at the HendricksCars.com at Drieben, and 24th in the points. Obviously, still we're the only car lap down, and I'm going to stop here and let the little clip at the end take us home, and I'll see y'all in part 3. All right, and so right there you could see, I don't know, I'm kind of getting some early YouTube frustrations going on here. Yeah, you can see the video just stopped recording after that point. So not only was the audio an issue in the beginning, but we also had issues with it saving the footage when I was using my screen recording. So there are a few races that were missed that were going to be in part 3. So I'm just going to go over those real fast, and then in the real part 3, we'll continue on at Taggart. Let's see. So after Drieben, we had Bristol. We finished 23rd. We did decent there. Then got picked up 1 spot. Then at Texas, we picked up another spot, so we had a little string of decent runs going there. Eldora, we came home 19th. I was real happy about that. There was one crash at one point, and we were in 19th, a lap down, but the first car a lap. So we got the free pass, so we were guaranteed a 19th. Jefferson, don't want to talk about. And yeah, it was in that video I explained when I was recording that I am just not a very good road course racer. It's just something that I never really, in the consoles, really gave a lot of attention to is road course racing. It's just something I've always struggled with. And yeah, Jefferson didn't go nearly as planned. So for part three, we're gonna have Taggart, Vegas, and Richmond, and then we may open up with the playoffs to finish that with Drieben, and then finish the season with Jefferson, Taggart, Charlotte, and Eldora, and finish off our first season by part four. Um, and then part five, we'll get into our second full season. So I just wanted to, you know, just throw this in there real fast. I do apologize. Like I said, Eldora was probably the best of those four races that are missed. Bristol was okay. Texas was okay. Jefferson was just a total nightmare. Just wrecking. It was just bad. Um, but yeah, so I do apologize again for having those not recorded. Um, Hopefully we have everything ironed out. I know my volumes were a little bit screwed up in this video, so I had to do a voiceover for the beginning part of it. Is a little rough, but like I said, I feel like everything's kind of ironed out now. So I think hopefully here on out we should be fairly smooth sailing, and well, hopefully you guys will continue to come back. Uh, and I'm grateful for every single person who takes the time to watch this and be here with me, and subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in part three, and we will be racing at Taggart, Vegas, Richmond, and we'll probably do Drieben as well. Thank you again for all the support, and we will see you in the next video.